the head of the China office there, I had the white paper right next to my desk, and whenever I was going to... It seems fair to say that trust between the U.S. and China has reached a low point. Although I will add that the negotiations going on between our two governments now on the trade agreement are, in my view, the most extensive and the most valiant effort of the two governments to reach agreement that we've seen in at least 2 decades. Now, I can say that it represents a lot of hard work. Les himself volunteers at least 40 or 50 hours. Thank you.
Thanks, Tim. I can tell you there's not much that these two gentlemen don't know about culture, but I'm sure you're going to try and find some. Yes.
This is the most remarkable bilateral economic negotiation that I've seen in 20 years. And if we work very hard and we get a deal that ends up falling apart fairly quickly because it just doesn't work, or because each side has expectations of the other that are not fulfilled, then what would the next step be?
What the status is of the film quota agreement?
So it seems that the only choice that is attractive is that the two sides have a deal that is a really good deal and that holds together. And for that reason, my personal view is the most important thing about the negotiation is not meeting some particular deadline. It's continuing to make progress so that people think the negotiations are worthwhile. And it's making sure that the final deal is a really good deal that will hold together.
That doesn't have an effective enforcement mechanism or that has loopholes.
So that signifies something positive. But we ought to also recognize that this law was rushed into completion, into enactment, for foreign policy reasons, with very little consultation with the foreign business community. It is very open-ended. From the perspective of the members, they were addressing somewhat larger...
If you talk about Huawei, I don't want to talk about a particular company, but if you talk about the general principle is, yes, countries have the right to protect their national security, but they really need to protect it in the most narrow way, and they need to be able to persuade others that they're protecting it in the most narrow way, or else they undermine confidence in the trading system and in the rules that countries are supposed to follow.
Thank you.